am the way, the truth and the life.
Elaine Westfield. I'm 15 years old, and on the afternoon of April 17th, I died on a hiking trail. I never thought much about death before. I was just a normal high school sophomore from Colorado who loved volleyball and spent too much time on my phone. My parents divorced when I was 9, but we all still got along okay. Mom worked as a nurse, and I lived with her and my little brother Ethan during the week. Dad had us on weekends. I worried about normal stuff, finals coming up, if Jake from biology liked me back, and whether I'd make varsity next year. I was hiking with my best friend Maddie that Saturday. The weather forecast said clear skies, but in the mountains, things change fast. We were about 2 miles up Eagle Ridge Trail when my chest started feeling tight. I have mild asthma, but I'd used my inhaler before we started. This felt different, like someone sitting on my chest. I told Maddie I needed to rest for a minute. Then everything just went dark. I remember a weird floating feeling, like being in a swimming pool but without the water. The pain was completely gone. I looked down and saw Maddie kneeling beside my body, shaking me and screaming into her phone. I tried to tell her I was okay, but she couldn't hear me. It was the strangest thing, watching myself from above like that. My body was just lying there on the dirt path, but somehow I was also floating near the treetops. I felt this gentle pull upward, like when you're swimming and someone grabs your hand to help you out of the pool. Everything around me started to glow, not bright like the sun, more like when light comes through stained glass windows, but it was all around me. Then I was moving through what felt like a tunnel. I wasn't scared, though. For the first time in my life, I felt completely safe. Like I was finally going where I belonged. The tunnel opened up into the most beautiful light I've ever seen. Imagine the warmest, most loving light possible. That's what surrounded me. And there he was, Jesus. I know how that sounds. Before this happened, I only went to church on Christmas and Easter with my grandma. But the moment I saw him, I just knew. Not because he looked exactly like the pictures in Sunday school books. He didn't. He was tall and radiant, with eyes that somehow held all the love in the universe. His face was kind, but also powerful. That's not the right word. It was like looking at someone who knew absolutely everything about you, every stupid mistake, every mean thought, but loved you completely anyway. When he spoke, his voice wasn't booming like in movies. It was gentle but clear, like it was speaking directly into my heart rather than my ears. Brooke, he said, and just hearing him say my name made me cry. Not sad tears. They were tears of relief, like I'd been carrying something heavy my whole life without realizing it, and suddenly it was gone. Am I dead? I asked. He smiled. Your body is between worlds right now, but I wanted to speak with you. He reached out his hand, and when I took it, something like a wave of pure love washed over me. I saw my whole life in an instant. Not just the big moments, but little things I'd forgotten. Helping an old woman pick up groceries she'd dropped when I was 8. Sitting with a girl who was crying in the school bathroom after being bullied. Leaving my lunch with a homeless man on the way to school. But I also saw when I'd been cruel to my brother, when I'd gossiped about friends, when I'd lied to my mom about where I was going. The amazing thing was, he loved me through all of it, every mistake, every good choice. I could feel his love for me wasn't based on what I'd done right or wrong. It just was. There's something I need you to see, Brooke, he said. Something important for you to understand and share.
Who was redeemed from among men. It is I, the perfect sacrifice whose blood atones for all sins in those who believe. It is I who was dead but is alive forevermore, and I who dwells in the hearts of my chosen one.